Hello artists, it's Mrs. Treat again. I'm excited to say that we're going to be doing a really neat project today celebrating the element of space. Now, what is the element of space? That is showing depth in your work so it feels like there's areas that are very close and areas that are very far away. So using a piece of paper and a pencil or a Sharpie, we are going to be drawing hot air balloons floating in the sky, and they're going to look like some are close and some are very far away. All right, let's get started. Let's get started with our Sharpie. Open it up, or your pencil. We are going to start on two areas. We're thinking top half, which will be our sky, and the bottom half, which will be our ground. I'm going to start in this top right corner, and I'm going to be drawing a very large hot air balloon. So what will that shape look like? It's going to be similar to, I guess, a light bulb maybe would be a good way to think of it. So it's sort of rounded on the top. Oops, got a little tight to the edge, that's okay. Well, rounded to the top. I'm not going full circle though, I'm leaving it open. And then I'm going to drop it down. And they have a little basket on them. I might close that up. Here's our basket. So here's our first hot air balloon, all right? Our second one is going to be over to our left, but it's going to be significantly smaller. The smaller something is on a page, the farther away it is going to feel. So we're going to draw the same shape again, but just significantly smaller. Again, using that sort of light bulb shape, starting it sort of round, dropping it down to our basket. Might close that up just a little bit. And we're going to do a third one really small in this upper left corner. Again, using that same sort of light bulb shape. Now, the farther away things are, the more they lose detail. When you think about driving down the interstate and you can see a line of trees far, far away, you don't see the individual leaves, but yet we know that it is still, in fact, trees. So we got to think about that when we're talking about space as well, is the fact that we lose detail the farther away things are. So here's our third one, really far away. All right. Down below, we're going to be creating our land, and we're just do rolling hills with that. So we're going to draw our rolling hills. We're going to start here in the front, and you can draw your rolling hills however, but just towards the bottom from one side to the left to right. Our next set, I'm going to come and connect. We'll just continue to layer in these hills. All right, so we look like we've got some of these rolling hills and valleys. All right, we're not done yet. We are going to create some trees, and the same thing goes. They'll be larger in the front, and as we start to place them in different locations on our paper, they will get smaller so they feel like they're going farther away. So starting up front, I'm going to draw them larger, keeping really simple shapes with my trees, maybe doing some overlapping in my trees as well. So it's like a tree line, maybe some smaller trees, slightly smaller back here, slightly different shapes. Down here, we're going to get even smaller yet. So it really feels like it's starting to drop back in the distance. However you want to draw your trees, totally up to you. We'll get even smaller back here. Even more smaller versions of this up here. So you can see it's like larger, middle, and we start to get really small. Now I'm going to add a little bit of different patterns so it kind of looks like fields. And of course, if we've ever seen a hot air balloon, they are also beautifully colored as well. So you can create whatever designs you want on your hot air balloons. Notice my lines are curved to follow the belly of my balloon so it feels round as well. So I'm going to do that again, curving my lines to create that round feeling on my balloon. Then I'm going to do these bunny hop lines. They're just going from line to line, but I'm following. It's going to look like a stripe, but it's going to follow that curve as well. Just makes it a little more interesting for your pattern. As we know, this is a basket. You can draw sort of a checker print to create that look. Maybe this one just might be stripes and no other lines. And this one so far away we won't really see any of the details, so I'm going to leave that one just how it is. Might just be a solid color. All right, down here in my fields, I'm going to just draw some lines so it feels more like a field. And my lines are going to drop back, following this sort of curve here. All right, so now we've got our drawing. You can start to feel the distance happening here, and of course up in our sky. And now if you'd want to, you can add some clouds for variation if you'd like to. This is where, as the artist, when we add our color, of course, you can be really playful with what your color looks like. And if you'd want to add, maybe you want to feel the flowers, you want to add some little flowers down here and so on. As the artist, you can make those decisions. Once we get them drawn, then you can come in with whatever your materials are, color pencils, markers, crayons, and really bring your drawing to life. I cannot wait to see what you have for me. See you soon, artists.